For the past few days, Sean had been in a great mood. Recently, he, who had just graduated from law school, had been offered a position as a paralegal at a prestigious firm. It was his dream job, but most of all, he was excited about his imminent marriage to Erica. They met at a party of mutual friends, and Sean immediately noticed her, the most amazing and unique woman in his life. She looked modest, but her confident gait, cheerful laughter, and the defiant gaze of her bottomless green eyes drove Sean crazy. From that evening, they became friends, and it took several months before Sean asked Erica to date. He was terrified of rejection, but she agreed. They were the perfect couple, complementing each other in everything. A year later, Sean realized that he could not live without Erica and offered her to be his wife. She agreed, and preparations for the wedding began. Sean was so happy that he did not notice the changes in his beloved's behavior. She suddenly stopped participating in preparations to the celebration. She became absent-minded and taciturn. At first, Sean calmed himself that his bride simply wanted to be alone. But when she did not show up at their wedding, Sean got scared. Thinking that with his beloved happened to misfortune, Sean asked all his friends and found out that no one had seen Erica for a couple of days, and at work she had not appeared for a week. In addition, her colleagues did not even know that she was going to get married. Sean visited all the hospitals and morgues, and finally contacted the police. "Didn't you think she just left you?" the policeman hinted. Sean shuddered. He never thought Erica was capable of such meanness. And a month later, Erica's mother called him and told him that Erica had called her. She was fine and she was in Spain. Without the support of his relatives, Sean would not have been able to survive all this and not break down. 10 years passed. Sean devoted himself to work and made a successful career, as he had once dreamed. One day, he saw Erica on the threshold of his house. "Hello, Sean," she smiled. "What do you want here? And how did you get my address?" he asked rudely, struggling to recover from the shock. "Aren't you happy to see me?" asked Erica, smiling innocently. "After the way you ran away from the wedding? Have you any conscience? You should at least feel sorry for your parents." Erica snorted. "Oh, don't you start. I've had enough from my mother. I couldn't even eat without a lecture." Sean looked at this woman with his eyes wide open, as if seeing her for the first time, and asked where she had been all these years. Erica reluctantly, but said that she was really excited about their future marriage, and then she began to be tormented by doubts. It was at that moment she met a brutally handsome man, Ben. He immediately turned Erica's head and invited her to Spain. She had to agree quickly, and so she had no time to explain everything to Sean. But the tale did not last long. Ben turned out to be married, and 3 years later they separated. "Yes, I was wrong. But we learn from our mistakes, don't we?" Smiling dazingly, Erica finished her story. "Maybe we could have some tea and remember the old days." At that moment, a lovely little girl ran out of the room. "Daddy, look what I drew for Mummy!" Erica, shocked silent when she saw the girl. The man looked at the bewildered ex-fiancée with a chuckle and wanted to mock her naivety and stupidity, but decided she wasn't worth it. "Goodbye. I hope you don't make any more mistakes," he said, and slammed the door. Erica stood for a long time, unable to come to her senses from such a cold reception. She was confident that Sean still loved her and was waiting for her. She walked out of the entranceway and burst into tears. She wept from resentment and pity for herself and, most importantly, from the thought that she had lost Sean forever because of her own frivolity.